I'm Wonder. This is my audience member, and this is my speech. The Department of Education should remain part of the government by Wonder. Okay, so quick question. When you think of Department of Education, what do you think of? Homework, teachers, maybe in school, right? Here's the thing though, it's not really what the Department of Education really does. And honestly, I didn't know that either until I started researching about this topic. So today, I want to explain why the Department of Education needs to remain part of the US government. First, I'll walk you through what's actually happening right now, how we actually got here, and why I think this department needs to stick around, and what you can actually do about it. Let's start with the basics. What does the Department of Education even do? A lot of people think it's in charge of what teachers actually think. It's not. According to former U.S. Secretary of Education Mark Cardona, in a Time article from 2025, the department's real job is protecting students' civil rights, supporting kids with disability, handing out federal funding, and trying to make education a little more equal across the country. So it's not like they're running your local school, it's more like they're making sure the resources are actually there for that school. Now, here's why that matters. If the department gets cut away or cut back or disappears completely, those jobs don't just vanish. Somebody still needs to do them. Journalist Chad de Guzman, also writing in July 2025, pointed out, the department funds low-income schools, supports millions of kids with disabilities, runs financial federal aid programs, and investigates civil rights complaints in schools. That's a lot writing in just one agency. Cut it back, and a lot of those students lose the support that they were already relying on. And there's a piece of this that most people don't even think about. According to educational journalists Sarah D. Sparks and Alyssa Klein, in a February 2025 issue of Education Week, major cuts had already disrupted millions of students and millions of dollars, in education research. Research that helps schools figure out what's actually working. Take that away, and teachers are basically making decisions in the dark. And it doesn't just stop at high school either. According to education journalist B. Denise Hawkins, in the February 2026 issue of EDU Ledger, proposed changes to student loans could make grad school less affordable for people going into nursing, public health, and architecture. Let that sink in for a second. We already have shortages in some of those fields, so why would we make it harder for people to get into those fields? And the students with disabilities, they get hit the hardest. There's a law, the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act. That act guarantees protections for millions of kids. Disability right activist Mike Irvin, writing in the February 2026 issue of the Persuasive, made this point. Less federal oversight means it's harder for families to get the services their kids are legally owed. So, how did we even get here? Turns out the fight isn't new at all. According to education reporter Evie Blad, in the September 2024 issue of Education Week, Congress created this department in 1979. Almost right away, people were arguing it should be handled by the states, not the federal government. Every few years since then, somebody's tried to shut it down. Nobody's actually pulled it off. Until now, things look a little different. According to journalists Liam Knox and Adrian Tong, in a Bloomberg article from June 2026, thousands of positions were cut this past June. A lot of responsibilities got shifted over to other agencies. The department's been reorganized in a big way, and that raises a real question. Can it even do its job anymore? But here's what I want you to remember. This isn't over. Congress created this department, which means only Congress can take it away. So we still have a say here. This isn't decided just yet. So what can you actually do about it? Call your representatives. Tell them what you want. Tell them you want this protected. Stay informed and vote. Votes like this actually matter. This affects almost every country in this family, whether you believe it or not. So let's go back to where we started. You probably walked in thinking Department of Education, that means schools, right? Teachers and whatnot. Yeah, it touches all of that, but it's so much bigger. It protects rights, it funds research, it opens doors to millions of students. I didn't know any of that a few weeks ago, and now I can't stop thinking about it. Whether you're in college right now, planning on going someday, or you just care about where this country's headed, what happens to this department is going to affect you, and not just you, it's going to affect all of us. Thank you for listening.